The good old London taxi. This is just one of the 16,000 which ply the streets of London day and night. Taxis are on the road 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. 1994 is the year of the taxi, celebrating 300 years of continued licensing in London. The black cab is as much a part of the scene of London as Big Ben or Buckingham Palace. And because there are so many of them and they're so familiar, nobody notices them, or do they? I've seen some audience research figures that would amaze you. How many people travel in taxis every year? Go on, guess. Try 240 million. How many times in one day do taxis visit the Mall? 1,000? 5,000? Try 18,000. And Tottenham Court Road? 13,000. And Knightsbridge? 15,000. So what, I hear you asking? So what if taxis carry 240 million people or visit the Mall 18,000 times a day? Because they'll get noticed. Put your company name or advert here and it will get noticed. Not only noticed, but remembered, and it's very, very cost effective. Our taxis spend 95% of their time in central London streets, where the audience is 75% ABC1s. Media comparisons show higher advertising recognitions for campaigns on cabs than any other outdoor advertising in London. Not so surprising when you ask what other medium moves around searching for an audience. And when they are parked on ranks, outside stations, in the centre of major streets, outside international hotels, they are, by definition, where the public can see them. So what better than putting your advertisement on a cab? Put it on 10 cabs, put it on 50 cabs, put it on 500 cabs. The impact can be stunning. Imagine yourself holding a product launch at a London hotel when your guests come out thinking that the launch is over. The hype is already beginning to fade away as they contemplate their journey going home. Waiting for them is a solid line of cabs carrying your brand name. Spectacular. So how do they work that one? Easy. London taxi posters own the cabs. Place your ads with London taxi poster cabs and you'll have the influence and control to choose what they do, where they go and when. If it's appropriate, the cab driver can continue the service for the ad on the side of the cab to the driver inside. Adverts for cigars, for example, will not appear on taxis with signs inside saying, "Thank you for not smoking." A hi-fi company could, for instance, advertise on cabs that we have fitted with their radios or cassettes. When London taxi posters ran a campaign for British Airways diners, they arranged that all 500 drivers accepted payment with the card. They explore every possibility, gaining maximum benefit for every campaign. Attention to detail, no opportunity missed. The backs of the seats and the bulkhead, they all offer the potential to carry your message. The driver can even issue receipts with your logo on. So there we are, the good old black cab with the ads on the outside and a well-briefed driver taking your message to the massed millions of ABC1s in London.
Well, actually, we can go one better.
The cab as an ad, the whole cab as an advertisement, a complete paint job. Shell had a huge success with this cab. When they first introduced this cab, the publicity was enormous, not least because Gordon Hadley had trained at Shell Metz House over a period of 6 weeks on the advantages of using Shell fuel. The average journey in a cab lasts round about 13 minutes. That's a lot of time on viscosity, reduced fuel bills and reduced emissions. Let's talk to the cabbie in question. Gordon, if you were a shareholder in Shell, do you think they would have made a wise investment?
Oh, most certainly. The amount of interest it created on the streets of London, the mere fact of its colour, and also here for the very first time was a driver, a taxi driver versed in the products of the company. So I knew what it was all about. I knew what I was talking about. I knew also it was a very good product, so it was easy to sell. So the benefits of advertising as such on a London taxi, as far as I'm concerned, are great because you can pull up in the best places, i.e. the Hilton or Claridge's or wherever, and people just stop and look. So I loved it, and I'm sure it brought a great deal to the shareholders of Shell, if you like. It did them, I think that for the money invested, wonderful investment, most certainly. And I would advise anyone out there who wants to advertise in such a way that this is the way to do it, because you not only have a good advert that's well thought out, but you have one that is in full view of the public almost 24 hours a day in prime places.
So there we are, posters outside the cab, posters inside the cab, and the liveried cab. Magic.
Well, actually, we can go one better.
This cab rides like a limo. It looks a bit like a 20s Hackney carriage, but in reality, it has all the requirements for the public carriage office. And isn't it beautiful? The first of Asquith's cabs will be on the London streets in 1994. The media attention for these will be huge. Can you imagine what it would be like for the first one? I know from the reaction we have seen today filming that for the right product, just one, or better, a fleet of these Asquith cabs will have a breathtaking effect. It is very odd that they actually make people smile. They glance, then look, and then they smile. So there it is, posters on the sides of cabs, posters in cabs, the liveried cab, and the vintage cab. The complete deal.
Well, actually, we go one better.
London taxi posters. We can design the ads in our own studios, we can produce and print our own posters, and we can place the ads with our own fleet. If you want to reach Londoners, visitors to London, or the business community, there's no more direct, cost-effective, imaginative medium. Liveried cabs, sponsored cabs, posters in and outside the cab. London taxi posters.